Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Johanna and welcome to my cozy book space. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be doing my top 12 books of 2024. I read 197 books. While I was going through all my 5-star reads in each month, I did not have that many. With that being said, I do have a book chosen for every single month, and I have 10 honorable mentions so that this video is not an hour long, because you know I can yap all day. I'm going to try and give you the basics of each book but not go into too much depth. I read most of these in reading vlogs and or weekly vlogs, and most of these are 5 stars, if not 4 stars, which means I love them and or the 5 stars gave me the 5-star feelings. All of these books are memorable. All of these books live in my head rent free. All of these books made me feel that 5-star feeling, that giddy feeling, the connection between the characters, the tension between the characters, the chemistry. I was in the book. I could not stop flipping the pages. I was invested in our characters and their romance. All of these are books that I highly recommend. So with that being said, I will not say all of that for every single book, because that's how every single book made me feel, and that's why they are chosen for this video. So with that being said, let's jump into my honorable mentions. First one being The Heart Principle by Helen Huang. This one was good. This one was good. I mean, the quote on the back of this says it all. The only good thing this broken heart of mine can feel is love for you. And just look at this stunning edition. Next honorable mention is Leather and Lark by Bryn Reaver. This is the second book in the Ruinous Love trilogy. This is a dark romance slash rom-com. It's funny and it's good. And the tension and the characters in this one, I love the spice. The song that I had on repeat while listening to this, the tabs say it all. I loved her. Next up, Sanctuary by Claire Kent. Post-apocalyptic, finding love at the end of the world. Yeah. A Heart for Valentine's Day by Lexi Esme. This was a new author for me. I absolutely fell in love with this story in February when I read it. Instant 5 stars. The writing was just everything. The hero and the heroine, I loved. Chef's kiss. And the cover, 8. Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Her first paranormal romance. You know she had to be on here. Again, the tabs say it all. I love me a werewolf and vampire romance. She was that good. For once, Tessa Bailey is in my honorable mentions and not in my top fave, but this, it was still good. Tabbed the heck out of this. I love every single Tessa Bailey book. This one, she was fun. I remember having the best time. Fangirl down. I'm a fangirl of this one. What can I say? Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. The spice in this, the characters, I just loved it so much. In the audiobook for this one, I truly loved. Sovereign by Rhea Morris Edwards. Healing in the form of BDSM is one of my favorite tropes, and this had it in abundance. Dark cowboy romance. I ate this up. The Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey. I could not put this book down. I needed to know what was going to happen. An FBI agent falling in love with the serial killer he's trying to catch. Come on now. Female rage at its finest. I could have never guessed the plot twist, but it was done so well. I loved this one. Lastly, for my honorable mentions, Radiance by Grace Draven. This was my first book by Grace Draven. This is the ultimate friends to lovers. The hero and the heroine literally find each other disgusting, yet they fall in love. And it's so good. Moving on to my top 12, we have For the God's Sake by Rory L. Scott. I gave this 5 stars. This is actually the 3rd book in the Tempt the Gods series. You have to read this series from the beginning since the plot is ongoing. Our characters, Adrian and Reina, I love them so much. The writing is absolutely amazing. I related a lot to the main heroine, Reina. We got each other. Next up, Serpentine Valentine by Gianna Darling. This is the only Gianna Darling book I read in 2024, and she had to make it. This is a sapphic dark romance with dark academia vibes and a little bit of a Medusa retelling. Dustwalker by Tiffany Roberts. Another post-apocalyptic romance, but the world ends because of robots. Our hero is a robot and our heroine is human, and they fall in love. This is the only book in 2024 that had me sobbing at the end. She had to be on this list. Savor It by Tara Dewitt. Did I ever savor a book more than I did this one? No, I didn't. I love everything that Tara Dewitt writes. I ate this book up. I had so much fun tabbing it. This is a book that I read physically, and I'm so glad that I did, because the quotes, the writing, the characters, just the romance overall, It was perfect. Homestead by Claire Kent. Now this one, I don't know what it was about this one, but this one made it in my top 12. Again, post-apocalyptic romance. We have just complex characters down to their human basic needs, navigating that and falling in love through that. It was so good, you guys. I can't recommend this series enough. The Gods Forbid by Rory L. Scott. 5 stars. Yes, Rory L. Scott is twice on my top 12. What can I say? If this doesn't tell you that you need to read her, I don't know what will. But the way that she writes tension and yearning, if you are looking for yearning, this is it. 4th book is a villain redemption. That's all you need to know. It was amazing. I loved it. Guild by Raven Kennedy. This was so different than what I thought it was gonna be. The audiobook definitely got me through this one, and it had me hooked by the end. It definitely has that first book syndrome with fantasy romances, but did I buy the entire series after finishing this one? Yes. Yes, I did. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Abby Jimenez has truly become one of my all-time favorite authors, and this story I could not put down. The audiobook was amazing as well. The ending had me shook. I probably should have seen it coming, but I didn't, so I think that's why it stuck in my brain for longer. Plus, our hero is one of the most thoughtful, cutest, just cinnamon roll perfect man. I ate this up. The Ippos King by Grace Draven. This one is between a female warrior and this cocky king. He is literally on his knees for our warrior heroine, and I love to see it. The bow scene lives rent-free in my head. The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. This is my first book by her, and it will definitely not be my last. He literally is a chef. He calls her Lemon. He is so swoon-worthy. Their moments in the apartment 7 years ago, iconic. The fact that we had to see how this would all play out in present tense and how they would fall in love was literally eating me alive. Also, this is so unique because Ashley Poston adds magical realism into her romances, and it's something so different and nothing like I've ever read before. You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I really went into this not thinking that I was going to love it, and I literally left it in love. I was shook. I was flabbergasted. Add a commitment phobe, abandonment issues heroine with a hero who just wants love, and I will eat it up. Lastly, Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. Again, my first book by B.K. Borison, but I have finally read this in 2024. I waited literally 2 to 3 years to read this. It was everything that I wanted and more for the holiday season. It was atmospheric. I love the relationship, friends to lovers, fake dating. The hero is literally perfection. He is so in love and such a golden retriever. And we have a heroine who's scared to love. And you know, B.K. Borison's writing, it really spoke to me, and I loved it so much. So those were my top 12 reads of 2024 plus some honorable mentions. Every single one of these I hope you guys read, or let me know down below in the comments if you have read any of these or if you added any of these to your TBR. If you made it to the end of this video and you wanted to let me know, then go ahead and leave me a champagne bottle or champagne glasses to cheers to 2025 and all of the possible reads we'll be reading in the new year. I'm so excited to see what my next top 12 books are going to be. I know 2025 is going to be so much better than 2024. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.